Hello guys and welcome back to Odnan FCB. Now that the Champions League semi-finals have officially been settled, we are going to be seeing PSG go up against Arsenal in the final. And honestly guys, seeing how everything played out over these past few days really brought a lot of emotions back as a Barca fan. Because after watching Atletico Madrid against Arsenal, I just kept thinking about how massive of a missed opportunity this season was for Barca, especially considering the way Atletico eliminated Barca in the quarterfinals in such a controversial fashion. There were so many discussions around decisions, VAR moments, penalties, and honestly, after everything that happened, watching Atletico go into the semi-final and do almost nothing with that opportunity was extremely frustrating to watch. And trust me, I'm trying my best to stay optimistic and not make every conversation around the club feel negative, because overall I still believe this team is building towards something special under Hansi Flick. But at the same time, it's hard not to think about what could have been, because when you really look at the path that opened up this season, it felt achievable for Barca, Newcastle, Atletico Madrid, then Arsenal. And while Arsenal are obviously a very good side, organised defensively and dangerous physically, I genuinely believe Barca had enough quality to compete with anyone left in the competition. That's what makes this hurt a little more. Not because of excuses or blaming others, but because it feels like Barca once again allowed a huge opportunity to slip away themselves. And honestly, I think that's the biggest lesson this young team still needs to learn. The quality is there. Players like Lamine Yamal, Pedri, Kubasi, and so many others are already proving they belong at the highest level. But in these decisive Champions League moments, Barca still need to improve mentally and avoid the mistakes that completely swing ties. Maybe that experience simply comes with time. And that's why, despite the frustration, I still feel optimistic about where this team is heading overall. Because compared to previous years, there is finally a clear direction again with this squad. The painful part is simply knowing how close Barca were to potentially reaching another Champions League final. Now, of course, while all of this has been happening, there is also important news regarding Ansu Fati and his future. And it now looks very likely that Monaco are going to activate the €11 million buy option included in his loan deal. To be fair, I actually think Monaco handled Ansu very well this season. They didn't rush him back too quickly, they managed his minutes carefully, and little by little he started rebuilding confidence again. His goal return has been respectable, especially considering everything he went through before arriving there. And honestly, seeing him smiling again and playing consistent football has been nice to watch. From Barca's side though, this move is clearly also connected to the financial situation. We all know the salary issues and financial fair play restrictions the club is constantly dealing with. Ansu remained on high wages despite all the injuries, so Barca were always going to seriously consider a permanent exit if the opportunity came. Now personally, €11 million does feel low in today's market for a player with Ansu's talent. If he fully rediscovers his confidence and fitness long term, Monaco could end up with an unbelievable deal here, because the talent never disappeared. The injuries simply changed the trajectory of his career. At the same time though, Barca reportedly included a sell-on clause, which could become important in the future if Ansu continues improving and eventually earns another major move later in his career. And honestly, I think most Barca fans just want to see him succeed again somewhere, even if it's not at Barca. Now I want to hear from you guys. How are you feeling after seeing the Champions League final get decided? Are you still frustrated thinking about Barca's missed opportunity this season? And what do you think about Monaco potentially signing Ansu Fati permanently for €11 million? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.